but there are a lot of CP squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom. Make me all the way home. I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And this wave just comes up.
All right, folks, here we go with another Slim Cyborg Thingies the Mobs. We're doing a Christmas marathon special. Sorry you got to see my ugly face this big. I'll bring in people in a second, and then you won't want to see me so large. I'm back on my spaceship as always. So let's go ahead and bring in our guests, and then we'll go ahead and get in with all the insanity that I have. We're going to be talking about how the ancients drank the urine of reindeers after the reindeers ate the red and white mushrooms. We're going to go over all this crazy holistic stuff and things. Hey, Purple. So here we go. Bringing in. We got a Brainless. Got a Commander. And we have an Alderman. How y'all doing?
Excellent. What's going on, guys?
All right.
Hey, we're back, bitches.
Yes.
I've missed this shit.
So if I can remember how to do this. Yes. Awesome. So yes, everybody, hello in the side of my chats and the things and stuffs. Hello. Yes, please do all that stuff and things. Let's go ahead and get in with the beginning of the content we're doing. We're going to do a couple songs, funny ass Christmas songs, and we're going to get into we'll probably see some Christmas light shows, and then we'll get into and watch a beaver build. Anyways, I'm not going to give that away. So here we go.
Beaver build a what?
Yeah, I know. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it away. So here we go. The first thing that we're doing today is What up, Mac?
This is ridiculous.
This is great.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, but like I can fucking appreciate this shit.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Now this is probably gonna get copyright claimed because of the music, but I don't care. I have to play it.
Grandma can no longer pay for health care since she lost her health care subsidies. When she saw her premiums had doubled due to Donald Trump's new policy. You know she voted for that leopard, and now it's gone and ate her face. She only meant for other people to be deported, mostly based upon their race. Now she regrets the way she voted and things done on her behalf. But she would never vote Kamala because she didn't like the way that lady laughed.
Oh my Jesus. Okay, so now let's go to this. Yeah. And then we'll get into some meat and potatoes. But of course, I saw mommy kissing who?
Mommy kissing
I saw mommy kissing Yog-Sothoth in the ring of stones on the
That's got to be Cthulhu's cousin, right?
Yeah.
My brother and I was spawned from the Necronomicon. Dad looks just like his picture on page 751. Now we will work to summon Yog-Sothoth, the key to where the great old ones have trod. He'd surely come unglued had Armitage ever viewed mommy kissing Yog-Sothoth, the god.
Okay, now if you don't know who Ghost is, you'll figure this out. So this is if Ghost wrote One Mean Christmas or One Mean Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Excellent. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Yes.
You're a bad banana with a greasy butt.
You're a bad banana?
Yeah.
Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch.
Are they talking about Trump or Putin?
What was that?
Are they talking about Trump or Putin?
Yeah, what was that?
Bit of both.
Mr. Grinch, same difference. Okay, let's get into the beaver. Since I know you all want to see this beaver.
It was Christmas Day, and we let Sawyer in, and we really didn't know. Sawyer had started picking up every single thing in the hallway and moving it to one single location. And then my son calls me and he goes, "Mom, look what's happening. I think he's building a dam."
He's building a dam.
Sawyer was found floating alone with...
Okay, so there's that. Hopefully everybody's doing good in the side of my chats. I don't see anything new. Okay. Welcome everybody again. You all are amazing for being here. What?
Who all is in the side chat?
So, let's see. Oh, let's go ahead and do that, I guess, for sure. We have a spooky bed hair. We have a
spooky
Tauruses. I'm not even going to try to say that. A Taurus. We have Maya. My Unfinished Journey. Miss Non Sequitur. And a Purple. Purple, if you want a link, just let me know and we can send you one. We'll have Brainless send you one if you want. Let's go ahead and let's begin. How do I want to do this? Because this is a really, really awesome video, but I want to just specifically. Well, let's double check this right quick. I'll get to where we start talking about the urine, because that's what we want to talk about is reindeer urine, because we're that
Reindeer?
weird.
Who the
Okay, let me
fuck
see.
wants to talk about reindeer urine?
It happens. I'm not saying us, but it happens.
And
Well, obviously these old people did, because
who wants to
Okay, I'm
even
just gonna
think
get
about reindeer urine? Especially when they
I'll just get into this one, and then we can get into more mystic stuff later.
So
Well,
you feed the mushrooms to the reindeer, and then you drink the piss and you get high?
yeah. So let's
Why
find
not
this
just
out.
eat the? Why just not just eat the mushrooms yourself?
Oh, okay, well, let's just go through this whole thing anyway. Screw it.
Gather close, because today we are unraveling the extraordinary roots of Christmas and Yule. A story filled with shamanic secrets, ancient wisdom, and symbols that have traveled through time
Dun, dun,
to become the
dun.
traditions we celebrate today. By the end of this journey, you'll understand the deeper connections between Christmas trees, reindeer, Santa's red suit, and the magical Amanita muscaria mushroom.
Yes.
Are you ready? Let's uncover the truth. Imagine standing on the longest, darkest night of the year.
If this
The
is
world
too fast,
cold,
I'll slow
and
it
the sun
down, but
barely rises. For our ancestors,
One
this
down.
time of darkness, the winter solstice, was a gateway to
Is that
hope
too fast?
and renewal. Across the
Like-
globe, ancient cultures celebrated this pivotal moment with festivals of light, feasting, and honoring love.
I just don't like how slow he talks, but I'll make it regular, and then we'll
Oh my
just
God.
I'll get it to where we're
That was
actually
okay.
talking about.
Let's,
What?
might have something to do with the way he talks that it's hard to understand.
Darkest nights,
Yeah.
there is always a spark of light within,
Okay.
waiting to be nurtured.
It's all woo for a second.
The connection between
And then
these
now we
ancient
go.
festivals and our modern traditions runs deeper than you might expect. Today's
Ho, ho,
holiday lights,
ho.
the gathering of loved ones,
Okay, well.
and even the act of exchanging gifts echo practices that are thousands of years old. We are walking in the footsteps of our ancestors, carrying forward rituals
And
of
they're not
gratitude and
Christian.
celebration that honor the sun.
No, all of this was pagan, although I don't know if other well, it would be other ancient cultures too, because I think we're talking about Egyptians and a couple other things. So yeah, but yes, that was definitely not Christian.
Cycles of nature and the endurance of the human spirit. Chosen ones, have you ever noticed the red and white mushrooms often featured in holiday decorations? That's Amanita.
Well, that's where we get the red and white colors from. I don't know how much put the mushrooms in the symbology anymore or anything, but that's why we have the red and white. And then we're going to talk about the Christmas tree thing.
Amanita muscaria, also known as the fly agaric mushroom.
Dun, dun,
But these mushrooms are
dun.
far more than decorative. To Siberian shamans, they were sacred tools for connecting with the divine. Picture
I
this.
get why they're not eating it then.
Deep in the snowy Siberian forests, shamans carefully gather Amanita muscaria mushrooms from the roots of pine and birch trees. These mushrooms, vibrant red with white spots, are believed to carry powerful spiritual energy. Once harvested, the shamans dry them by hanging them on branches or placing them in stockings over fires. Sound familiar? Yes, this is the origin of many of our holiday customs. These mushrooms weren't just collected for their beauty. When consumed, Amanita muscaria opens doorways to altered states of consciousness. Shamans use them to journey beyond the physical realm, accessing wisdom, guidance, and healing for.
This sounds so woo, and I know this is a woo channel, but it sounds so woo. But it'll eventually get to something we want to hear about.
Their communities. They believed the mushroom spirit was a bridge to otherworldly dimensions, a mystical tool for transformation and
Hello,
enlightenment.
Queen.
Isn't that
The shamans would also
mushroom
prepare
poisonous?
these mushrooms with extreme.
Okay, so as of right now, it seems like we're talking about them taking it themselves. But here we go, and that's where we get into the reindeer thingy-mabobber. Because yes, it is very, very poisonous and very toxic, and you can if you barely even touch it and put it in your mouth. Well, I think if you even rub it, you can actually get poisoned from it. So let's get into how the shamans were getting people to ingest it, and that's the fucking weird part.
Care. Drying them not only enhanced their potency, but also made them safer to consume.
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure they're right about this. I don't think that they did them after drying. I think the latter is how this worked, but I'm not 100% sure. Yes, now you're gonna know all the stuffs about it.
And when the shamans entered their trance states, they didn't just explore their own consciousness. They acted as guides for their people, bringing back messages from the spirit world. Imagine the responsibility of a shaman, chosen by their community, to venture into these altered realms and return with insights that could shape the survival and spiritual evolution of their people. It's all
I don't know about survival per se.
But the story doesn't end there.
Yeah.
These mushrooms were so potent that their influence extended beyond.
Because even if they did have shamanic dreams and stuff, that's not how they came up with the potions and stuff to heal people.
Yeah, and also, like, I've literally always been taught not to touch them because they're poisonous.
Yeah, these
mushrooms are fun. So there are mushrooms that naturally grow in Europe that have analogs in the US, and some of them from Europe are edible, but the ones in the US aren't.
Yeah. When I was younger, we learned how to spore print, and there is a tiny little gray and grayish brown mushroom that actually was hallucinogenic. And we would find those and pick them, and we would spore print them, and we would eat them if they did have cybacillum in it. But don't do that. Don't pick your own mushrooms and eat them. What happened in California a month ago, a bunch of mushroom foragers, grabbed a bunch of mushrooms and they all ate them, and they all got hella sick. So California right now has an extreme warning against people foraging mushrooms because a bunch of people got sick.
So only do that if you're with somebody that's extremely experienced, or if you're very experienced yourself, because it is a good option, but
I'm very lucky that I didn't
dangerous option.
Yeah, I'm very lucky we didn't get sick doing that. But a handful of the other ones that look like them, they're actually just regular edibles, so it's not like we were eating ones that it could have been bad per se. But anyways.
And the shamans, entire communities would come together to honor the sacred fungi, participating in rituals that united them with nature and the divine. The Amanita muscaria wasn't just a tool for individual exploration. It was a symbol of collective awakening.
Okay, collective awakening. Let's see. Oh, this is where they're talking about the flying. Okay, yeah. Here we go.
In Siberian shamanic tradition, reindeer weren't ordinary animals. They were spiritual allies.
What?
Well, is that it was also about collective awakening? That like an orgy or something?
Why not?
Here's where it gets fascinating. Reindeer are known to eat Amanita muscaria mushrooms. Observing their behavior, shamans noticed the reindeer would leap and bound, as if defying.
Wow.
Cows, dude. In the fall here, the magic mushrooms grow in the cow patties, and in the fall, the cows are always eating them and getting right fucking wired, dude. I remember when I was younger, we used to go out and pick them. It's a different type of mushroom here that we get on the east coast of Canada. It's not a big one; it's a tiny little one. So you'd go out, you'd pick 400, 500, 600 mushrooms.
Yeah, that's what this.
Mix them into a tea, right? Put them into a tea, and 2 or 3 people would drink that and get right fucked up. I remember one year at Halloween, we made a chili. We made 2 different chilies, but one of the chilies was indicated that it was spiked, and we put a bread bag full of mushroom caps in that fucking chili. So anybody that was eating it was getting right fucked up. So anyway, it was fun.
Hey, Tilting. Merry seasons to you as well.
And
yes, I'm so glad to be back.
And of course, reindeer and deer and all kinds of animals, they love to eat. They love to be near orchards because they get drunk when the fruit ferments on the ground.
Yeah, totally. There's a handful of animals that will actually do that seasonally at different places when fruits ferment.
And hey, Tilty, say hi.
Okay, let's see more about these reindeer.
Defying gravity, seemingly flying through the snowy landscape. This image of flying reindeer isn't just whimsical, it's deeply symbolic.
Dun, dun, dun.
The shamans, too, consume the mushrooms during ceremonies, entering trances where they experienced visions of flight and cosmic journeys.
How?
Together, the shamans and their reindeer became carriers of divine messages, bridging the earthly and spiritual realms. Doesn't that sound a lot like Santa's sleigh soaring across the skies?
No, not at all.
Reindeer also served another purpose. Their urine was said to filter out some of the toxic compounds in the mushroom.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Making
so this is
works.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, I don't think that you can. I don't think you can actually draw out the mushrooms and eat them yourself. But this is the way they were facilitating that. They were letting the reindeer's guts pretty much tame down the hallucinogen or the poison, which made it hallucinogenic, and then they would they would run around and collect
I missed what you're gonna say. I'm sorry, I have half a second delay.
Yeah, they would just run around and collect their pee, and then we're gonna talk about another thing that they used to do with piss as well, which is fucking trippy. But here we go. Go ahead, Commander.
And this is related. Myths about supernatural things have their, I guess, maybe primitive origins in reality. I mean, just think about it. You have people riding broomsticks and engaging in drudgery.
Exactly.
Basically, the myth of the witches on Halloween. They were just stoned riding on broomsticks, but they weren't actually going very high physically.
So
they were high mentally, just not physically.
So there was a tradition along with pagans and with the women specifically, and during the beginning of spring, when whatever the moon, the moon of spring, I forgot. I'm not going to say, is it solstice? If it's not, whatever. Excuse me, pardon me, Jeebus. Hey, Mage. What they would do is they would take sticks. Broomsticks were one. And what they would do is they would get on hilltops and they would jump up in the air and they would take the sticks and they would put them as high as they could. And what they were doing is they were trying to show the gods and goddesses how tall to make the crops for that year. So if you're sitting in a valley looking up at women dressed really weirdly, because they weren't just wearing their regular serf clothing and stuff, peasant clothing. It was a tradition. Then the moon behind them, because again, this is when it was the full moon for the blah 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 of the season. You know, the I always want to say the harvest, but that's the other end.
Equinox.
Derby Blue, thank you so much. So for the equinox, they would do this. So if you're sitting there watching these women jump up into the air over across the moon, it looks like it's witches flying around the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're a little tipsy or maybe you've been imbibing on some hallucinogenics. It's going to look like these women are flying through the air where they weren't. Here, drink this reindeer pee. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they always told everybody what they were drinking, because like shamans, they usually didn't dispel what
they probably had a different name for it.
Yeah, and they usually
just like you got Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oysters, exactly, or you know, it's probably called something.
Yeah,
I'd be curious whether they're
you realize bull semen is in Red Bull, right?
Well, it was supposed to be. Well, it is originally. The original recipe does have that in it because strong like bull. That's what they believe in certain cultures.
Yeah.
So
they were like strong like bull, like ox, like bear. Now go and behave like idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the chemical reason for this activity. So the reason why they're doing this tilting is because it dumbs down the poison so that it turns into a hallucinogen and it's not deadly, is why they're drinking the urine of reindeer. For some reason, they're able to pass it through them to make it so it's just a hallucinogen when you drink the piss.
How did they catch it? Did they just sit there with their mouths open or did they put it in something?
Okay, well, we're going to find out in another video how that happened. So I have another video that goes over the drinking of reindeer pee that talks about that. So we're going to go over really quick about the Christmas trees, I think, and then we'll get on to more. Well, we'll watch a couple things. We'll palate cleanse for a second, and then we'll get back to reindeer piss.
That's kind of funny.
It's safer for humans to consume. This symbiotic relationship between shamans and their reindeer underscores how deeply these animals were woven into the fabric of spiritual.
Well, and not just that, but I'm sure that they use them for, like how the Native Americans used to follow the buffalo and bison. I think it's kind of the same thing. They used them as for work. They also ate them, I believe. I don't see why not. And then used all of their stuff and things. You know, I believe that at this point in time, they were still using everything.
How sure are we that this AI video is even accurate?
Okay, I have 3 other videos that go over this.
You know,
all AI?
No, I get you. No, I get you. No, and then also, I also have this. I'm just gonna pull it up really quick. I have this. Okay. So the mushroom, it grows with red hats and white dots. It has a high toxicity if it's ingested by itself without dehydrating it. So they had to dehydrate it. Okay, so I do see that it does. They do say they dehydrated it with the branches of the pine. Secondly, they would put it in a sock and spread them over a fire. Then, additionally, the reindeer were a great help reducing the toxicity of the mushroom since they eat the mushroom without suffering the effects of the venom. For some, I guess they're such large animals that it doesn't. So then again,
yeah, no, but like there's so many animals that can eat certain things that we can't.
Yeah,
like.
Well, it's the same as dogs don't catch cold, right?
Yeah.
There's just some things that just won't affect certain animals because they don't have, they're not going to digest it the right way for it to do anything to them. It's not going to.
Well, see, that's
and I
right?
think
that's why
especially with grazing animals, they have different stomach structures. Like they do stuff in 2 steps. So
the gut biome and a handful of other things are probably the reason.
And birds can eat things that will poison us to death. Birds like holly, for example, die when beaten.
Yeah. So again, this is another resource. I knew about this for a couple years, and actually last year we barely went over this, but I thought this would be fun for us to go over, is the hallucinogenic. Look at how big that mushroom is. Isn't that insane?
Oh, that's huge.
Oh,
yeah,
it's and huge. Like, and I think they're actually quite beautiful. They're a pretty little fungus.
Yeah. Okay, now that we went over that, I want to, because now let me just double check over here. I want to talk about why they started bringing Christmas trees into homes. And I think we get to there from here. When you're on enough hallucinogens, you're gonna, well, let them partially tell you, and then I'll go over my theory on why we brought trees inside of a fucking house.
Worship Odin. You got to first share the video. And that's sorry.
Son of a beast. No, it's fine. Yeah. No, thank you for telling me.
Yeah, no, wait 1 second with sharing it, with at least playing it, because you know what's coming, because you were a... You dumbass!
Yes. And somebody please keep watching that, the Matthew dude. Please.
Yeah. Like,
if it starts becoming
spooky, we got tilty and spooky here. I trust them to...
Yeah, side chat, just watch them, and if they start getting out of hand or you do not feel like they should be here anymore, then please just do what you need to do.
Well,
they're behaving now, but
yeah, I kind of want to have a little stab at them. Like, come on, like us heathens not having shit to do on Christmas, okay, but Christian not having anything better to do on Christmas. Woo.
Yep. And I'm used to it. South Park invented a song called, and again, I don't believe there's God anymore, but I'm a Jew, a lonely Jew, and Christmas. You basically go to Denny's and eat.
Oh, there's this singer. She's Dutch, and like she has a song, "Being Alone at Christmas," and like that's an awesome song. I love that. Listen to that.
Okay, so here is the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree thingy, I guess. I think they explain it here. If not, I have, like I said, 2 more thingies we're going to go over.
Evergreen trees were sacred. Their towering heights and eternal green represented a connection between earth and the heavens. By decorating these trees with symbols of light, people honored their bond with the divine and celebrated the promise of life's continuity. The star atop your tree, that's the ultimate symbol of spiritual ascent, a guiding light, just like the...
Okay, they are going to say it.
North Star.
Yeah.
But why the North Star? Oh my geez, you really, oh my gosh, I'm not doing this right now. I'm not getting distracted. Obviously that's a myth, and we've gone over this.
Yeah, I was gonna take the opposite. That date.
Yeah, but they also started it.
Yeah,
I know. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Let's just do that.
Yeah, come back for other streams. We do a lot of streams.
When we do a
lot of streams again.
Yeah, once we'll do something about Christianity, and I have actually done a lot of research about specifically that one thing, other than a handful of other things that I've been studying out of the Bible, and I've been learning a little bit basic Roman and the ancients texts from the Bible.
Hebrew.
Okay, thank you. I was going to say something wrong, and I knew it was wrong. Hebrew and Roman. I've been. I'm trying.
It's so funny how often I know better what you're gonna say than that you do yourself.
Because I knew saying Judea was not the right thing. So, anyways, let's keep going on with. So the only reason that they used to do the North Star stuff, I believe, this became a thing once the Bible, the Jeebus being born in the manger and the horrible things that came after that, especially how that happened. Is when we started using the North Star on the top of the tree, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's always the Christians. Yeah, it's definitely for sure. Okay, anyways, let's crack on a little bit more, and hopefully they talk about why they got brought inside. And if not, then we'll go on to something next.
The Star of Bethlehem, and those
see, Bethlehem.
They echo the.
That's new old world. That's not pagan ancient crap. That was once the New Testament started getting written, right? Yeah, it's got to be the New Testament. It's not Old. Yeah. Duh.
Amanita muscaria mushrooms hung on branches to dry, symbolizing divine gifts and spiritual abundance. Trees.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew they hung symbols of the mushrooms on the tree, but I didn't know they actually hung them off the tree. That makes a lot more sense, especially if you put them inside. And now y'all are around a bunch of hallucinogenic freaking mushrooms. Tell me that's not going to fucking get your rocks off.
These were also seen as bridges between worlds. Their roots reached deep into the earth, while their branches stretched toward the sky. To decorate a tree was to honor this sacred connection and to invite blessings from both the physical and spiritual realms. Now imagine the communal act of gathering around the tree. Each ornament, each light, represents a story, a memory, or a wish.
Okay, now
in those moments, we're not just celebrating the season. Faith often adopted local customs to ease the transition. The timing of Christmas, December 25th, was likely chosen to align with Roman Saturnalia and other solstice celebrations.
Yes.
Over time, these ancient practices were reinterpreted through a Christian lens.
And then, like, I heard the other day that, like, it's also 8 days away from the New Year, which is some significance, or a couple days away from the New Year or something.
Not. Yeah, I had to dispel that because it's 8 days away from the Roman New Year, but it has more to do with Sol Invictus, the unconquered son of Rome, and then that holiday being hijacked by Constantine to basically solidify the power of Christianity within the Roman Empire by having a single day.
Okay, that's what. Okay, yeah. Okay, I don't think it's going to talk about why we put them inside. So let's go ahead and go to the next thingamabobber. Let's do a palate cleanser. Good. Let's do a palate cleanser, and I feel like this is going to get us demonetized. We're going to be demonetized anyways. Hopefully this doesn't get us taken down, but I can't. We'll only play a second of this, but here we go.
But Slim, I already know why you put it inside. It feels good.
Because it feels good? Yes.
Giggity. I knew that it would, yeah.
Yeah. With consent. Look at how amazing this light display, Christmas light display is.
If I win the lottery, I'll do stuff like this.
I know, this is freaking awesome.
I love it. Again, not a Star Wars fan, but this is amazingly done.
Yeah, just look at all of this stuff and things. Okay, so I don't get copyright, or we don't have to deal with me taking that out later or something. Here we go. A right-handed.
I love
yes.
Beaker.
Me too.
Amazing.
Okay, and now
You
we're
drove
gonna
me
do a
to
little
it.
bit
Now I'm
more
gonna have to do
Muppet.
some hot and ice.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that devil, I got my homemade gummies that I need to start eating. I'm making edibles now. So
Yeah, we've
I
seen
need to
that
eat.
on your server, dude.
Yeah, I know. I know you have, not everybody else. So yeah, I've been having fun making edibles lately.
And I also saw you didn't do that alone.
Yeah.
I'll wait, because this is good.
Yeah, this one's good.
Oh, this is still the me. This is still. Wait, see, Ode to Joy
This
is
one's-
Ringing of the Bells. No, it's got to be different, right? Anyways, go ahead, Commander, right quick.
Oh, I was just going to give that Matthews fellow some homework. So, Christians improving the society. Everything that current Christians scream communism and socialism at, Christians and Jews and everyone back in the 50s and 60s supported up until the black people became eligible with 60, what year was it? The Civil Rights Act. And then it all became tool of the devil. And
65?
and literally most of the churches have been screaming at people that they're communists for caring about the poor. And I grew up listening to James Dobson and other people explain why, since I was a child of a single disabled man, I needed to starve and have a distended belly because I didn't have a dad in my life. So I would never amount to anything. And before I left the United States, the last any job I had was over $1,500 a week after taxes. And that was because of something that Bill Clinton did. Because of the ticket to what?
And also, yeah, let's just call the fucker Matthew.
No, let's not.
Yeah, like you're coming here. We've got the commander here.
Yeah.
You ain't outsmarting them on the Bible.
Well,
Trust me on that one.
And same with me. I mean, I've been reading it since I was young. That's the problem is theists actually don't read the Bible. Christians don't actually read the Bible. They just go to church. Just same with Catholics as well. They just go to the churches and they're told what to believe. They actually don't read it, or they're only told things to read. And even if they do read it, they're only going to read the cute little fun verses. They're not going to read the stuff about slavery and how God said it was okay, or that like if somebody doesn't bleed during a certain thing, that they go in front of people and they've got to show the shroud. And yeah, I know. So anyways, hey,
no. I'm just like the stupidity just hurts my eyes.
I see.
Yeah.
Like again, one of those stupid Christian Americans that does not understand what.
Yeah, and so again,
what all the systems are.
Give me 1 minute right here. So I have the phone number of a Ukrainian press officer that has 400,000 subbies. I mean, he hates communists. And I met him in Kyiv. Why would he meet me and give me his phone number if I wanted the shit show that was North Korea? You don't know what communism or socialism is. And socialism is, if you use Sarah Palin's definition of it, the fucking traffic light in your town is socialism.
Yeah. So anybody,
Europe.
yeah. So once again, anybody in the side chat, if you get tired of them, you know what to do if you're blue. But let's crack on.
If he stays this stupid, he'll just have a few minutes off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And of course, it's always fun to just time them out for seconds or whatever. But anyways, let's crack on.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a different one. Yeah.
TikTok.
Not good enough.
Ding dong. That was amazing. All right, one more thing, and then we'll get back into We'll get back in.
Sorry, he's too stupid. He wasn't even listening. So
no, he's not. He's not going to pay attention to what he's doing.
Journal. I wanted to do that. Oh wait, you just did that. Yeah. But he's too stupid. So let's start with a minute.
Did we eat him?
Start with a minute of timeout.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, so let's go with this. If Creed sung Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, everybody go to there. I ruined it. If you don't know this channel, you need to fucking know this channel, and you need to go there and
he's
listen
amazing.
to all of their
I'm gonna
songs because they're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Share the link, please.
Even just their shorts are amazing.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. And
yes, you're amazing.
Whoever saw it, you would even say it glows. I love the other reindeer.
Wait. You don't know who Creed is? Okay, I'm glad you don't. Let's put it that way. Screw that hippie noise. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I'm on the same page with you. That's why it's so funny because no, screw that band. Screw the lead singer. Yes, I know all about the stuffs and things, but this was amazing. Yes, and we need more alcohol pot or whatever you're imbibing in. We need more of that.
Just did a bunch of hot ones.
Yeah.
Oh, Santa came to say, can you take me higher? To a place where snow
so bad.
Can you take me higher?
Happy Festivus to you too, there, Matthew.
Where sleigh bells ring.
Happy Mary of the stuff and things. That's what we say here. Because there's so many things. That's what's is annoying about a lot of.
Happy family get together and drinking and eating day.
Festivus, exactly.
Yeah, and that's why I say Merry happy of the stuff and things, because there's so much stuff going on that I don't want. I'm not going to pick or choose. A lot of times I let people say the thing first but to me, there are so many things I don't even want to say.
What?
Mary kiss my ass. Yeah, there. So, oh shit. So there is what is it? Is there Happy Honda, Happy Toyota Thon? What was said last night? One of the other car companies. I don't know where this car thing is. I barely heard the lure last night, but yeah.
It probably started with like Happy Honda and Happy Honda Days or something like, and
yeah, it was
other
Happy
brands.
Yeah, and then it turned into this weird. Yeah. I love all of those bands. Oh, Twisted Sister. Oh man, that's Scorpion. Oh my gosh, Scorpion. I have Scorpion records. I have them on record. Like almost.
I saw Twisted Sister in person in '84. I want to say 84, 85.
That would have been 15. Amazing. Whitesnake. Yeah. Somebody was saying Happy Chevrolet. That's what it was, and then I barely found out about. Yeah, it was a capitalism event, and that's what it is. That's what it was. So yeah, some weird, crazy lure that we can go over in the future.
Also, that's what the Christians want, because they want the extreme capitalism.
Which is weird because the Jeebus never pushed that. The old Bible, yes, and per se, kinda, but no, not the Jeebus.
You know what the fun fact is? Pure capitalism. What? Is unsustainable.
Well, obviously, look at where we are right now.
Yeah. You know something? There's a book, Matthew, called The Antichrist. It's written by Friedrich Nietzsche. And it's the only book like it that correctly identifies the highest ideals of Christian social ethics, and then shits all over them. And Nietzsche hated everything about the Christians at the dawn of the progressive era that kind of evangelicals hate about liberals. You're literally developing the psychology from Nietzsche that led to Hitler. Why do you think Elon was doing those honorable salutes? Why do you think Trump is trying to bully Europe and helping far-right parties that idolize the World War II bad guy, Hitler? There's this strain called egoism versus altruism. Altruism actually came from the Bible. And there's a guy called Emmanuel distilled everything good that came from it, the Bible, and got rid of the trash.
Yes. I believe they did make their way over here, and I think I don't know if they got famous over here, but I think they're well known, but I'm not sure. Okay, now let's crack on to this.
Do it.
When the frost divides the night, the horde follows.
This is already so good that it's almost excellent. You gotta send this to Dave. He'll love that.
Yeah.
Where the frost keeps secrets under bone white trees. Yeah. Three shadows rise and travel on the freeze. Their whispers shape the storm that hides the day. The winter horde moves where the...
This is amazing.
Lost decay. Winter calls the wicked by their buried names. Krampus was the ash where once there burned a flame. No prayer survives the storm. No sinner leaves the fray. When the horde awakens, all debts are paid today.
Yeah.
Fucking
See,
hell.
he's way better than Jesus. Yeah, this is way better than
More
Jesus
entertaining
stuff.
for sure.
Yeah.
Burning towns collapse beneath a barren sky. Sins ignite as the guilty learn to die. Every mark summons one more beast to feed. The winter horde advances, ravenous in its greed. Winter calls the wicked by their very names. Krampus walks the ash where once there burned a flame. No prayer survives the storm, no sinner leaves the fray.
Okay, so really quick, we'll do this and then we'll get back into the actual meat and potatoes of Ordum. But I have to play this.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Holly.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Welcome to the season of tension. All from the spending obsession. And billionaires will make it all okay. Shopping malls we dream of tomorrow. Deck the halls with gift cards and sorrow. Well, that's enough to blame you.
Let's see if this gets posted.
Oh. All right, now let's go.
Reindeer pea and magic mushrooms.
Fucking stupid.
The science behind Santa's incredible journey delivering gifts to children around the world in one night. Santa's legendary flight could be fueled by a fascinating combination of reindeer biology and ancient shamanic practices. The key ingredient? The Amanita muscaria mushroom, also
Brainless,
known
what
as
to do.
fly agaric. This iconic red and white fungus is not your average
Do you
mushroom.
see that, Brainless?
It's known for its potent hallucinogenic properties. Eating Amanita mushrooms raw can cause some unpleasant side effects. But reindeer, it seems,
you
have
drop
a special
purple a
relationship
link?
with these mushrooms.
Oh,
They can
yeah,
safely
I'll
consume them,
drop a
filtering
link.
out the harmful toxins and leaving behind the psychoactive compounds in
sorry.
the urine. Imagine that reindeer pea
Okay.
laced with the psychedelic essence of the Amanita mushroom. It sounds like something out of a Christmas fairy tale, but it's science. Reindeer have evolved a unique digestive system that allows them to neutralize the toxins in the mushrooms, leaving behind the psychoactive compounds for Santa to drink. Ancient Siberian shamans, our spiritual leaders, were known for their deep connection to
That sounds
nature and their
amazing.
use of plants and fungi for medicinal and spiritual purposes. Legend has it that they discovered the unique properties of reindeer urine and used it to experience
This is a much better voice than the
the
other
hallucinogenic
video.
effects of the Amanita
Yeah,
mushroom
yeah.
without the harmful side effects. Santa, a jolly figure who travels the world delivering gifts, may be a modern-day embodiment of these ancient shamans. Think about it. Santa flies through the sky, perhaps a hallucination induced by the
Yeah, they
Amanita
have.
infused reindeer urine.
Reindeer urine.
His iconic red and white suit mirrors the colors of the mushroom itself. The story of Santa coming down the chimney,
No, the
a
colors are
symbolic
from
representation
Coca-Cola.
of the smoke holes in traditional Siberian dwellings, through which shamans would enter with gifts and blessings. While the idea of Santa tripping on reindeer pee might seem far out, it offers a fascinating glimpse into the power of mythology and the interconnectedness of nature and culture. The Amanita muscaria mushroom, with its vibrant colors and psychoactive properties, has long been associated with magic, spirituality, and the winter solstice. So this Christmas, as you hang those red and white ornaments on your tree, remember the humble Amanita mushroom and the reindeer
Yeah, definitely.
who might just hold a secret
And their pee.
to Santa's magical flight.
This is a fun thing to talk about on Christmas.
It's a reminder that even the
Yeah.
most cherished traditions
With
can have
my
surprising
with my Christian parents.
Oh, I love the psychedelic, and now I've never taken it, but I
Today's
love
episode
that
is
art.
sponsored.
Yeah, and so here is after school. We've had them. We've used their stuff before, so here we blow.
Hey, that's me behind the tree. There's Dave, dog.
Christmas is the most iconic holiday in the world, and it's full of strange traditions. Activities like hanging stockings and singing songs about flying reindeer have become so deeply ingrained in Christmas that we don't even wonder where they came from. When we trace the origin of Christmas traditions, we find that many of them can be linked to the rituals surrounding the psychedelic mushroom Amanita muscaria. The large red-white spotted Amanita muscaria is the most recognizable mushroom on Earth. Throughout history and across many cultures, people valued this mysterious mushroom for its powerful hallucinogenic properties. For over a millennia, the indigenous people of the Arctic collected Amanita muscaria. These people were called shaman. The word shaman is derived from the Tungus-speaking people of Siberia and connotes a religious specialist. Each year, the shaman would pick the Amanita, dry them, load them into a big sack, and then on December 21st, during the winter solstice, the shaman would go from house to house delivering their gifts. These shaman were older bearded men who wore the symbolic colors of red and white to honor the mushroom. During the winter solstice,
I want to
the
get a red
entryways
cloak
to
and a
people's
bag full of
homes were
mushrooms
buried
and go
under.
drop them off to people now.
I'm so on the same page as you. Definitely.
Several feet of snow, so it was easier for the shaman to drop the mushrooms down the smoke hole. This is
the smoke hole.
where the idea of presents on the chimney comes from. The colors of Christmas are red, white, and green.
Yeah.
These colors simply.
Dude, I to the best of my knowledge, like that's the.
I'm just gonna drop mushrooms in your lit chimney and get everybody in your house wrecked without permission altogether. Give you all the information.
I know, but they supposedly, I guess, did that. Where on the body is the smoke hole? I don't know if I have a map that shows that, but yes. Citations. Where does wooden fit in? What's wooden? Or did you miss? I don't know.
Woden.
Let's see. Woden. Where does Woden fit in? I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure somewhere like that would have been around that time, right?
I'll bend over. He'll probably fit in, and never mind.
Yeah. Would fit in anyways.
Symbolize the red and white Amanita muscaria under an evergreen tree. Amanita muscaria is found throughout the northern hemisphere under conifers and birch trees, just like red and white presents under the Christmas tree. Although deaths are extremely rare, Amanita muscaria is poisonous. In order to reduce the toxicity, shaman would hang the mushrooms on tree branches for them to dry.
That's crazy.
Just like the colorful ornaments on a.
That's so insane to think that they actually did that, but it totally makes sense. I just always thought that they were way too poisonous, but I guess.
Yeah, no, but that does one of the more toxic chemicals then gets transformed into something less.
Yeah.
Into the hallucinogenic chemical.
I swear to Bob that I had something saved that has talked about.
Where? Like from what I'm reading, like the undried version does not have the hallucinogenic chemical, or not as much.
Yeah,
Drying
I know.
it
Yeah,
will
definitely. That's what they did for sure.
Transform.
Yeah.
One of the acids.
Damn it! I thought I freaking saved a video about these dudes who pee on the ice, and the reindeer come and lick up their pee, and so they'll take like drugs and then get the. Anyways, I thought I saved it. I guess I didn't. Maybe we'll look it up in a minute. But anyways, let's crack on with this.
Christmas tree. Santa's flying reindeer have a similar connection to the Amanita muscaria mushrooms. Reindeer are common across Europe and Siberia, and just like the human inhabitants of these areas, they too consumed mushrooms. Siberians who ate the mushrooms may have hallucinated that the grazing reindeer were actually flying. Siberians would also drink the urine of the reindeer because the urine contained the hallucinogenic compounds without the harmful toxins. To add to things, Rudolph led the other flying reindeer with his glowing red nose, which might have been a representation of the Amanita muscaria leading the psychedelic journey. And it's possible that the idea of helper elves assisting Santa might go back to the spirits encountered by the shaman during a mushroom trip.
That makes sense.
In fact, the entire image of Santa Claus himself closely resembles that of a mushroom. While there are many theories about the true origin of Christmas traditions,
he's got a mushroom in his
excerpt
pants.
from James Arthur's book, Mushrooms and Mankind, probably best summarizes the Santa magic mushroom theory. Why do people bring pine trees into their houses at the winter solstice, placing brightly colored, red and white, packages under their boughs as gifts to show their love for each other and as representations of the love of God and the gift of his son's life? It is because under the pine bough is the exact location where one would find this most sacred substance, the Amanita muscaria, in the wild.
Isn't that crazy? That's the reason why, like, we bring a tree inside of our house.
Yeah, and like I actually, oh, hey, purple.
Hello.
Wait. Hey.
Hey.
Go ahead and share that.
I'm Nordic heritage, and the shit this guy is spewing, linking it all to the mushrooms, is kind of infuriating to me.
Yeah. I hear you.
There might be some links, but like,
Yeah, well, okay, the part about the reindeer eating the mushrooms and people drinking the reindeer pee, yes, that does happen.
Yes.
That is a legit thing, but, just as far as most of what he's saying about the traditions and, in Scandinavia and Lapland, Santa didn't even wear a red suit.
Yeah.
He was dressed in green, so it's like,
That's cool.
they're making up all that shit.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
AI,
because
so it's just getting it all wrong.
Okay, Commander.
Isn't it that he only got turned red because of the Coca-Cola branding?
Yes.
Well, there were some countries he had a red suit, but yeah, it was Coca-Cola that really, set the image of Santa that most of us think of now.
Yeah, and like I think also the Nordic version is different because, like, I think it also comes because we don't have Santa Claus here. Like we adopted it back from America, but like we over here we celebrate Saint Nicholas Day, and he is in your standard attire of red. So I think that also has quite a bit to do with it.
Yeah, my mom's side was Finnish, and we celebrated Saint Nicholas Day as well.
Okay.
But also one of the things everybody, fundamental thing about the whole Santa Claus thing that's gotten messed up is, when they talk about Santa's elves, they're always showing them as, short little people.
Yeah.
And that's because they weren't originally elves. These were originally the Nordic forest gnomes. So, get your character races right. They're not elves, they're gnomes. And originally Santa was just one of these gnomes. And that's how he could fit down the chimney because, he was, only the size of a large doll originally.
Yeah, it's silly. So yeah, I just wanted to go over. Like I said, especially with the first one, I was like, this is a lot of woo. But I wanted to talk about the urine of the reindeer and the mushrooms. That's all I wanted to. Again, like I thought, I was like somebody said earlier, by drying them, that doesn't decrease their toxicity. I didn't think that at first either. Again, the only thing that I believe is true is that they did drink the urine from reindeer.
From what I'm getting, like it one of the toxic substances gets converted into the hallucinogenic, but like technically hallucinogenic compounds are technically toxins. So
yeah.
So whatever. Purple, what did you want to share?
Yeah, I'm trying to load up the file now.
Sweet. And then we're gonna go over some forgotten Christmas traditions with dark origins, and probably some more fake woo, or not woo, but silly crap. And then there will go over some cryptids of Christmas or something like that to end it. It'll be fun.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay. Where did it?
What are you playing there, Olaman?
Where did it save it?
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh, okay, I can see that now. All right.
About to get killed again. Shit.
Kill the terrorist! Come on, kill the terrorist!
I'm not a terrorist.
I'm not sure about the blue, but I know, like Purple said, green was a thing in at least certain parts of Europe, I think. And again, I think in the Americas it was until Coca-Cola came in and branded it.
Austin green and
bears.
The room's messed up.
brown.
Green to me makes more sense, but Shield stun GOT.
You didn't see me have to answer my phone in the middle of that though, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, because somebody depicted Santa as red in a drawing. That's why it not because of Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Yeah, and that comes from St. Nicholas bishop robe.
Okay. All right. I'm going to show this right quick and just let me know when you're ready, and then we will.
Yeah. Now I can't find which folder it put the stupid thing in.
I hate when that happens. All right. Well, let's do this until you find it. And this is probably copyrighted as well, but whatever. This is so awesome.
Another light show. One of those light shows.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking fire.
Yeah.
I've actually looked into how to do this. And it is quite doable, but it's like I've looked it up, it's not that hard, but it's a fuck ton of work.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like I think they have for making this, they have probably been planning this for 2 years. They're probably already planning for 2 years ahead.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Look at all this. Look, they got fireworks.
Yeah. And like,
so, I mean, it's insane. Okay.
Yeah, if I knew someone with a big house that would want to do this, I'd immediately say yes, please.
Yes.
And I would be building it from scratch. Fuck, that's so fucking sexy. What the
Definitely.
fuck?
Okay.
All right.
I can just play it off.
Find it.
Word from 2 years ago.
Where is he?
Okay.
Just tell me when you're ready with it.
I'm ready. Just go ahead and share.
Yeah, it is shared, so I'll pop it in.
Yep. I just have to hit the play button.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You put up that volume a bit.
Oh, blessed be dismay, us back our holiday. Jesus was being born in spring, so celebrate in May. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. Holiday. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. Most common practices from our celebrations you did steal. Imitation, sincere flattery, we're glad they do appeal. But credit our traditions, don't act like such a heel. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. Holiday. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. The Yule tree we decorated long before of Christ you'd heard. Acting like you invented it is really quite absurd. Not knowing where it comes from makes you look like such a nerd. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. Holiday. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. We turn the wheel of life all year, even in the time of snow. And centuries before you, we adorned with mistletoe. Your arrogance annoys us most, it really has to go. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. Holiday. Kindly give us back our winter holiday.
That's up.
Keep the image of Santa Claus, for him we have no need. Invented by commercialism in the spirit of greed. Parents tell this lie to the children, it is most strange indeed. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. Holiday. Kindly give us back our winter holiday. 'Tis our observance of the Yuletide you Christians do deface. Trying to wedge in Jesus simply looks so out of place. You're not even knowing when he was born, seems like a disgrace.
1 minute till 4:20. Oh, in my time. Shit.
Yeah, well past 4:20 here.
I forgot.
Dumbass.
Yay! That was amazing.
That was fucking amazing.
I hope I didn't have my mic on when I was blowing my nose at you.
You were
No,
not.
I believe. Yeah, no, I believe. Yeah.
No, if you did, I would probably have muted you.
Yes. Okay. Now.
Oh, I was trying to check and see on my phone.
Greetings, sentient beings. Whoop. That just went in today.
Yep. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do this instead first. Let's do some steampunk Christmas.
It's 5:20 here, so we'll all have to get high like we're in the mountains.
What was that, Purple?
I said it's 5:20 here now, so we all have to get high like we're up in the mountains with you.
There we go. Yes, exactly. Because I am, even though I'm the base of the Rocky Mountains, I'm still pretty high up in Fort Collins. So yeah, I'm high right now, no matter what. Haha. Okay, sorry. Anyways. It's gonna get more steampunky in just a second. There we go. Oh, geez. Look at all that craziness. I know, look how cute. All right, now let's get into some forgotten Christmas traditions with dark origins.
Slim, you're pretty high. You're 127 times higher above sea level than I am.
There you go.
Am I at 5,000?
Probably me too, because I live on an island.
4?
I don't know what that is in.
Well, you know, while Minnesota isn't known for its mountains, something most people don't realize is that the Great Lakes are about 600 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
5,003.
Yeah, I got 5,004. So I'm 5,000 feet above sea level, just sitting at I'm at the hills of the Rocky Mountains, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm on a lake that's in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, so I'm at sea level.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm what's that? That's 39 foot above sea level.
Okay.
Like one of the only places in the Netherlands that will not flood.
According to Google, I'm at roughly 1,000 feet up.
Okay. When we would do shows with bands from other countries here, we sometimes would have to get them oxygen because the singer would sing a couple songs and then you have to go backstage and puff on some oxygen or just oxygenate before. I guess that sports teams will get here a week early just to sit here to get used to being that high up and the lack of oxygen. And if I go on tour and go to other places for a couple days or like a week or two, hey goddess, I come back here and sometimes I'm like, woo, Jeebus, because you get used to being at regular level. because most of the world is not this high. Well, that's not true, but a lot of
you know, and that's actually, like his first week there, he had a couple instances that, you know, just like moving his furniture in when he was doing some heavy work, that he was just about passing out because, you know, his body wasn't used to working hard in that elevation.
Yeah, I was born in Estes Park, Colorado, and that's 7,658 feet up in the air, or above sea level is the right way to put it. So I was born in above 7,000 feet. Hey, want to know why I'm crazy? That's why, lack of oxygen. Never mind. All right, let's crack on with this.
So you were a mile high when you were born, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, stop!
And you.
Sorry, I forgot to post it in the stream, in the Discord.
Anyways, hey, stop. The thing that sucks for there's only one hospital in town at the time in 1981, and what sucks is my doctor was on holiday. They had to call him in for an emergency delivery. And so, unfortunately for him, he had to leave vacation to come deliver my dumbass.
Yeah, because storks don't fly that high.
Yeah, exactly. Similarly, yeah.
We had to, yeah.
I'm glad that he was able to. I guess he was just at home chilling, which was like miles away because everything in Estes Park is.
He could not have been on vacation because like they are also on call. Like, yeah, you have your holidays, but if something happens, we're calling you.
Yeah. So I believe he was just at his house and he wasn't like anywhere else, which would have sucked because I think he was the only doctor who did that in town. I don't remember because obviously I was an infant or just being born. I think that he was our doctor. I don't remember him. So anyways, let's crack on with this insanity.
Let's get into it. It sounds like something out of a horror movie, but Christmas used to be the night people feared spirits the most. Long before Christmas was a religious holiday, the winter season was tied to a massive pagan festival known as Yule. During this time, Europeans believed the veil between the living and the dead was at its thinnest. So instead of singing carols, many families stayed indoors, locked their doors, and quietly waited out what they believed was a terrifying event known as the Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt was a huge
Wait. Is that true?
No, actually, the Wild Hunt was, more around Samhain, Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. They're confusing Halloween with Christmas?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Actually, though, in Victorian times, though, I mean, that's the whole thing with A Christmas Carol, was that in Victorian times, they did believe that there was a lot of ghost activity around this.
Yeah, and I thought that as well, but I didn't think that it was. They thought the veil was the thinnest. Blah blah blah. That's fucking Saturnalia, and also hollows of the eaves and the that whatever.
Yeah. Although again, if you go back to the Nordic mythology, this was a terrifying time of year because this was during the Odin sleep.
Yeah,
exactly. This was the time that the Allfather had to sleep and recharge, which meant the frost giants, knew that this was the time that Midgard, the plane of mortals, was most vulnerable. So, this was the time that there would be demons and frost giants just running amok and causing trouble all over Earth.
I totally see that. I just didn't think that they thought of it the way that. But yeah, that's exactly totally right. the food's not growing, nothing's happening. If you didn't store enough, if it gets too cold, it's cold too long, all of that stuff. You're not gonna have a good day, and hopefully somebody doesn't end up eating you. You know what I'm saying?
This was midwinter. So, part of the thing of the feast was that, you went through your food stores and you checked which stuff was likely to last till spring and which stuff was more likely to spoil. So you were eating up all the stuff that looked like it might spoil too soon. And basically, this was just the point that if you still had half of your food stock intact, then you had reason to believe that your family wasn't going to starve before spring.
Yes, exactly.
Supernatural procession led by a god or a ghostly king. People believed the dead and otherworldly creatures raced across the winter sky, searching for souls to drag away. In parts of Germany, Norway, and Denmark, parents told children not to whistle, not to wander outside, and not even to look through the windows. Doing so
okay, I get it. Not to whistle.
Could supposedly get the attention of the hunters overhead. Some families left food on the doorstep so the spirits would pass by them. Others marked their door with protective symbols. It was not a joyful celebration. It was a night of anxiety. Eventually, Christianity absorbed the season and tried to erase the belief. But in many places, people still told these stories throughout the 18th and 19th centuries. Even Charles Dickens used this old idea when he wrote A Christmas Carol. He wrote a ghost story because for centuries, ghost stories were the most traditional Christmas stories.
I do see that part of it, because once again, like what you were saying, Purple, that this is the death part of the year, I guess. That does make sense.
Also, the thing about again, back to that, if some of the food was too spoiled for people, they would still, leave it outside as an offering, which they saw, is an offering to the forest spirits. But it had a very practical bonus to that, by leaving some food outside, it kept the animals closer to the village so that hunting could still be plentiful through the winter.
I see. I my brain went to like, well, at least a homeless person gets a loaf of bread or at least a couple pieces of something to eat. But again, it's so cold that doesn't make sense. They wouldn't be out there. So animals makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. Let's see the next spooky thing.
Of all. This tradition started with men dressing in disguises that were meant to scare people, not bring gifts. Centuries before Santa was imagined as a jolly man in red pants, parts of Europe celebrated something called mumming. During mumming, groups of men would wander through villages wearing animal skins, straw costumes, or rags soaked in dark red dye that made them.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. I think I've heard something of this, but I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, this is getting, into the traditions of Northern Europe and the British Isles here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a nice little nose he's got. Okay.
Look like they were covered in blood. These groups occasionally carried clubs, bones, or blackened masks. Their goal was to frighten bad spirits and also frighten anyone who refused to give them food or drink. In early records from Ireland and Scotland, villagers complained that mummers would bang on doors and cause chaos. They were seen as both festive and threatening. Over time, this tradition blended with the figure of Saint Nicholas, who was originally portrayed wearing robes, not a red suit, but red had already become associated with winter disguises, so the image merged. By the 1800s, Santa was drawn wearing red robes, influenced by both Saint Nicholas and these darker winter characters.
So just really quick, this is from Most Amazing Top 10, and we've used their content before, and so here we go.
One of the first Christmas feasts ever recorded was created
if people missed it, if you go back to Bree's stream from last night.
Oh, we went over the Pussycat. She went over the Pussycat, right?
Oh yeah, that too. But it just what they were talking about the mumming. What another thing that gets into that was the Welsh tradition that there was a character, I forget what the name is, but that like a man would dress up by having a horse skull on a broomstick and covered up with a sheet.
Oh, we're doing that in a minute.
Okay.
Crap. It's okay. But again,
yep.
If we have time, I have that thing. Mara Luid, the skeleton horse.
Yeah. But the giant cat is a thing from Iceland here.
Yeah. If we have time, but I have something else to go through first.
Okay.
Since if that was already gone over, then we'll go over something else. But here that thingy mabobber. I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna f it up, but Marie Lloyd. I don't know. Please, everybody like the stream. Yes, thank you, goddess.
Families believed in a creature called the Yule cat. This massive black cat, the size of a house, was said to roam the countryside on Christmas night.
Because that makes sense. Because the rest of its life it hides, but only one time of the year it comes out for no reason at all.
The legend said it would look into homes and determine which family members had worked hard during the winter and which ones had not. If you had not finished your chores, the Yule cat would eat you. This belief was so powerful that wealthy farmers...
How does it eat you? If you're inside the house, does your family members, it points at you with its claw, and then the family members just push you out of the house? Yep, guess you're getting eaten today from the Yule pussy.
Farmers used it as a tool to force workers into producing more wool and winter clothing. In the 1600s and 1700s, written records mention that people were pressured to complete textile work by Christmas or face both real punishment from employers and the fear of supernatural consequences.
Of course, that makes way more sense to me, is your slave driving boss. Yeah, telling you, you're going to get eaten by a big cat because of that. Yeah, I know. I can't keep, but I didn't want to over say pussy because I feel like I'm going to say that over and over again.
Exploitation. Oh. Before Christmas trees were covered in ornaments, they were decorated with something much more disturbing. In early European winter festivals, people decorated trees and homes with bones, antlers, dried animal skins, and even skull fragments.
See, that's what I want to do, is I want to do that with my Christmas tree.
These decorations were not meant to be cute. They were meant to keep dangerous.
A Yule tree, sure. Yeah. Because that's before the Christ Mass, right? Because it's not...
Yep.
It's before the Christ, yeah.
Yeah, well, Yule just observed, the longest night of the year. So it was midwinter, because then after this point, the days started getting a little bit longer again as you go into spring.
Yes, exactly. But that's what they called it back in the day, before the blasphemous person that calls themselves Jesus, because they never fulfilled any prophecies. And they claimed to be something, and that's part of the reason why they were put on those pieces of wood. And then also, they said that they were supposed to come back before at least a few of his apostles were still alive, and a handful of other things too. Which again, in a near stream, we're going to do a whole bibble thingies of the Mabobbers. So we'll talk about that later, obviously.
Well, I can forecast prophecies. Unfortunately, my dyslexia always gets in the way, so I can only predict things in the past.
Nice. Wait, actually, I think I have this now. Hold on. I haven't done this yet. No, that's the wrong thing. It's not, but it's anyways. That's the wrong sound effect. But now there's new sound effects in here, and anyways, let's crack on.
Wait, there's sound effects in
spirits away during
They added new thingies to the mabobbers.
The darkest time of year. Archaeologists have found evidence in ancient Germanic sites showing that evergreen trees were placed near homes and covered with offerings of animal parts during midwinter celebrations. Written accounts from the 1500s describe households hanging preserved boar heads, deer antlers, and dried hides above doorways. The idea...
See, why don't we do metal stuff? What?
Oh, like they just found pictures that looked cool and added this out. Like, that's so fucking annoying. This has nothing to do with what they're talking about.
Yeah, this part here looks like the catacombs under Paris.
Yeah, no, this is definitely stock of a video that they just put in, and it is not the representation of what they're talking about at all.
They probably just put in bones decoration.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely the catacombs, so it'd probably be easier for them to just put in the catacombs. And I don't even think you have to put in anything else other than the catacombs, and most of the time this comes up.
Yeah, this is like the most famous image you'll find.
Yeah, even though catacombs means just like an underground thingy-mabobber, right? But this specific one, definitely everybody knows. And of course, Google or your search engine is going to just bring this up.
Was that these remains acted like protective totems. They represented past hunts and symbolized survival through harsh winters. When Christianity began adopting the tree tradition, it faced concerns about the gruesome decorations. By the 1600s, many churches discouraged using animal parts, calling the practice pagan. Slowly, ornaments like apples, candles, and nuts replaced them, but the original purpose of the Christmas tree was protection.
Why were you putting nuts on your tree? And they say it's for protection. We're getting close, so let's just crack on just a little bit.
Again, like I was saying before, that by hanging the apples and nuts on the trees, it kept the animals close to the village.
Yeah, exactly. That totally makes sense, and I can see that, especially birds and other all the things. You know what I'm saying? So that totally makes sense for sure. Brainless, will you go ahead.
I got about 25 minutes till my lasagna is ready.
Yeah.
We got 15 minutes, 19 minutes until we're done, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Do I know how to count? Okay.
All right. So everybody's afraid of a different sort of apocalypse, but I think what men really have to worry about is if the squirrels ever realize that all men have 2 nuts in their pants.
You think yes, I like where you're going with that. But do you think they want that type of nuts? Never mind. All right.
Well, squirrels aren't all that bright. They got a tiny brain.
They've got a very tiny brain, and I've seen them eat fucking weird ass stuff too. There's so many squirrels in Fort Collins, it's crazy. Okay, so let's just do a little bit more of this, and then I wanted to maybe we're almost there at times, so here we go. Here we blow.
And activities. Christmas used to involve creatures who punished in terrifying ways. Most people have heard of Krampus, but he is only one of dozens of dark winter figures. In fact, many children from Central Europe...
But he is my favorite, and I have dressed up like him to do theater stuff a bunch. I wonder why they chose me to dress up as Krampus. I don't know.
Europe grew up believing that Christmas visitors could drag them away if they misbehaved. In Austria and Hungary, a creature called Perchten would roam villages where...
That's all that you said about Krampus? It used to wear a wicker basket on its back, and it had the stick whips or the thicket? Is it? I don't know. And it would beat the children and...
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, but okay, let's go to the next. Let's keep going, I guess.
Depending on the legends, some of them, the Krampus would just put naughty children in his sack to take them home to eat them.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Yeah, that's why I was saying the wicker basket on their back. Yeah, they would take the children and put them in.
That actually got implemented in how we celebrate St. Nicholas Day here. Like, it used to be like naughty kids would get taken away to Spain. Oh, what a punishment.
Yeah. I swear I freaking saved a Krampus thing, but I don't know where that. Anyways, I know I don't see it. I thought I had a whole thing about the news. Hold on. Let me just double check this really quick.
15 minutes.
Yep. Yes. Let's end on. We're definitely gonna end on this. Come on, let's go to the beginning.
The Krampus comes and punishes bad behavior. What is the deal with this spooky tradition? And what actually is a Krampus?
Who's next? Brainless, can you put a thing for who's next?
Krampus kommt zu die eher schlimmen.
Leading up to Christmas, Krampus processions are a common sight in Austrian streets, like here in Salzburg.
Mein Highlight ist immer die erste Kurve. Du siehst Tausende von Menschen, die warten drauf, ein Jahr lang, bis es wieder losgeht.
Officials enforce certain safety rules to keep things calm.
Was gilt vor dem Lauf striktes Alkoholverbot? Keine Kuhschwänze, Weiden oder Birkenrouten. Das gibt es bei uns nicht.
The Krampus tree is old, bred countries in East Alpine regions, like Austria.
Mage, okay, thank you.
The Salzburg district of Nigel is home to one of the country's most famous Krampus processions. This year, 14,000 people from all over the world are lining the route, and they come into close contact with more than 1,000 terrifying creatures.
Oh, this is so fucking cool.
Yeah, exactly. This is amazing. I wish I could experience this. Hopefully one day I will be able to experience this. Dude,
well,
so
make sure you're here
Krampuses.
next year. Make sure you're here next year.
Well, I'm saying I'm trying to get there as soon as I can. Again, there's things, I got to take care of Dad first, and make sure he's okay, and we'll go from there. But yes, I'm trying to get there as quick as possible. But this would be amazing to experience. I would just be so giddy seeing this many Krampuses running around doing all of this traditional stuff. It'd be so awesome.
Hey, I will create myself up and mail myself over there as long as you promise to get me to the Lego factory in Denmark.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, Slim, if you come here, like we're going to Legoland because we're gonna go pick up Linda.
Yes. Yeah, definitely, of course. Yeah, for sure.
Also bin jedes Jahr ist echt cool.
I think it's fantastic. Good for the kids. Great experience to be at.
Die Krampus sind voll nett und voll witzig. Also it was amazing. We had a lot of fun.
Before the run, members of the Krampus Association Alknigla Krampus Perchten Pass
Oh, that's an amazing name for a team.
are repairing the masks. These are all unique handmade pieces. A mask.
Dang, look at that. That's freaking
fucking
awesome.
Cool. Yeah, some of these are just so amazing.
Yeah, look
Masks.
at these.
These are all unique handmade pieces. A mask like this can cost 1,000 to 2,500 euros. Smaller and larger repairs ensure that in the end, everyone looks properly frightening.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, the more horns, the better, huh?
Below one of the masks.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
That guy's horny.
Yeah, that's awesome. And this is great because it shows like all these different representations of a Krampus, where if you have any understanding of what they look like, it's that specific look. This is awesome to see all the different representations of them.
Krampus-Actor Ludwig Reiter.
Das sind alles aus Holz geschnitzte Masken. Die werden aus einem weichen Holz, aus Zirbenholz geschnitzt, weil es einfach von der Verarbeitung viel, viel besser ist, weil man da viel besser schnitzen kann. Und das Wichtigste nach der Masken sind dann die Hörner. Das sind alles Hörner. In dem Fall jetzt, wie wir es da so sehen, Ziegenhörner, wie man es kennt.
What that must weigh, how much weight that's putting on your neck just to wear that running around.
Yeah.
Hey, unfinished sock.
Oh, hey.
And yeah, dude, they're using like real wood. They said like sap or like traditional stuff, and those are real goat horn. Goat horn technically are hollow. But they're still heavy, I'm sure. But so it's insane.
Yeah, but the mask is wood.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, totally. And they're using like
plastic
sap.
masks that you buy in the stores here.
Okay. Night. Later tilting. Yeah, that's insane.
Und da auf der Seite die Ringe da, das sind Witterhörner.
Shortly before the start of the run, the participants slip into their costumes. They have to lug around quite a bit. The outfit, including the mask, weighs a good 30 kilograms.
Das Sichtfeld ist schon sehr eingeschränkt.
30 kilograms is crazy.
Man muss sich wirklich konzentrieren, man muss wirklich
about 70 pounds.
Bewegung.
I think so, right?
That
Rings to be the only one.
About 66 pound.
Okay,
Thank you.
I can do length and liquid measurements. The weight, for some reason, always throws me.
You were pretty close. You weren't that far off, so yeah.
Halten, weil, weiß nicht, ob man es jetzt sieht, die Sehschlitze sind schon sehr, sehr klein. Also man kann sich wirklich vorstellen, reiner Tunnelblick und dann noch mal verkleinert. Also man muss schon gut schauen.
In this Krampus run, the audience is only swiped with horsetails. Elsewhere, birch or willow switches are also used.
There we go. Berkshire Willow switches is what they called them. That's what they used to whip the children with. And they still do, or at least each other, hopefully consensually as adults, and not the children.
No, well, I guess if you're close to the edge, you're consenting to being whipped.
Well, yeah, and like in this case, if you got whipped by that part, that wouldn't hurt that bad.
Adrenaline rises before the run because the performers immediately.
If you're not getting hit with like the solid piece, then. But still, again, you were right.
That's kind of like a whip.
Then
the softer branches are like a whip. That's also like kind of what Pete used. The St. Nicholas's helpers used to whip at children.
Yes,
used to. Go at it with full physical commitment.
Ja, jetzt kribbelt schon ziemlich. Jetzt geht's dann gleich los. Es werden immer mehr und mehr. Unsere Gruppe wird auch immer größer. Sie kommen aus allen Straßen und Gassen und sie werden uns gleich gescheit aufwärmen und dann geht's ab.
I see Slim doing this.
Together with his club colleagues, Ludwig's.
Oh my god, I would love to do this. This would be so fucking amazing.
Sets off on the 300
meter route. It's all a public competition for who's got the biggest horns.
Yeah, exactly.
All horn measuring contest.
With full physical effort and amidst a deafening backdrop of noise. In the end, he's tired but happy.
So cool, war Wahnsinn. Wie man sieht, das Adrenalin fließt noch immer. Und das macht einfach so schön. Zu strahlen von den Kinderaugen, bis als Leute ärgern, das ist Wahnsinn.
When the Krampus horde is unleashed, streets like this one in Salzburg become a little lawless. If you have the opportunity, you shouldn't miss out on this tradition. Do you know of any similarly spooky customs?
All right, there we go with that.
Yeah. Well, and in the Krampus parade, there was a woman dressed as a hag riding the broom, and I forget the character's name, but that's this Icelandic witch. That the giant cat is her pet.
Yeah.
But she was also known to take naughty children and eat them.
Yes. Yeah. I think I remember that. What's it called? Fable myth. That character.
Not got a clip.
All right. We just got a couple more minutes. Let's go ahead and I should have maybe one more funny thing to watch.
Yeah, and Slim, when are you gonna stream again then?
I don't know. We will definitely see in the next couple days.
So people just have to watch this space. Okay.
Yes.
I was just asking for the audience, not for anybody that missed your.
Yes, I know. I think y'all did. Okay. I think we're just gonna end on probably one of my songs. Everybody go to the next person's, which is Mage, and go and check them out and continue on with the streams of the stuff and things.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much for being here. We will see you all next time.
Yeah, and Purple, thank you for doing this every year because it's amazing.
It's so awesome.
Well,
and it's great.
All of you too. I mean, this wouldn't be possible, for me to do without a couple dozen people, volunteering to run streams and help out with this.
It's great to
But it's
have
a lot
this
of fun.
community and all of you and for this to be a thing, because a lot of us do need it, So once again, thank you very much, and we will see you all on the other side. Bye.
Later.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes.
Did you seriously think you could somehow change the world from here?
Yeah, sort of at first.
And how do you feel about it now?
I'm not blazing with satisfaction or anything. But the truth is, it all ended for me the instant I shared my memories with you. At that point, when my work was done, I figured that you'd probably be able to run with it from there.
You're a hell of a liar, kid. I clearly recall you didn't want me involved.
I'm sorry, but the minute you share and synchronize all your information, you lose your uniqueness and become absorbed into the unconscious maliciousness of a third party that has no motive. Or perhaps into the will of someone who does have one.
Are those your words based on what you've gained from hard-earned experience?
Yes, and the fact is, you yourself played the role of the laughing man copycat as well.
Well, I have to admit it was a fascinating phenomenon. At any rate, what was your underlying reason for triggering such a huge event in the first place?
To you, everything that's happening in the world appears phony to be something other than what it is, right?
Is that J.D. Salinger?
Yes. When it comes to cyberization, I'm pretty much the shining example of a poster boy. So you'd think at the very least I would have felt terrified at the thought of contracting cyberbrain sclerosis. I'll tell you, it was a simple piece of mail I stumbled across the net that began this whole thing. What I'd found was a blackmail document that had probably been sent to Serrano Genomics. It was armed with a thesis that was a comparative study of the inadequacy of Serrano micromachines versus the effectiveness of the Droid vaccine.
Then the original laughing man was the person who authored it.
You could put it like that, I suppose. I am the machine that reveals the world to you as only I alone am able to see it.
Zita Berto. He was a Russian filmmaker, wasn't he?
Yes. I was kidding myself by thinking it was my personal mission to prove and circulate that information, vital data I alone could happen upon.
Failing spectacularly. The pure innocent mediator proved dejected at the base nature of the social system and he turned mute.
Yes. It was because of that I became a vanishing mediator. Just like an author whose existence is emphasized by the fact that he rarely puts out any new works for publication. In other words, by disappearing, the axis of the social system. Our sociological theory, it ultimately vanishes, leaving no trace of its presence inside or outside the system.
Frederick James, I believe.
Yes. And no. Masachi Osawa, too. Even Though I was familiar with the words, I didn't believe it until I saw it with my own eyes. Who knew that copies could still be produced despite the absence of an original? If you had to give a name to this phenomenon, what would you label it?
It would be standalone complex.
Yes, it's the standalone complex. From the start, the very nature of our current social system has contained mechanisms to trigger such an amazing occurrence. Personally, however, I feel this marks the beginning of a new era of despair. What's your opinion?
I don't know.